Hello, and thank you for joining me today on Homes with Hector. Is Ron DeSantis and the rest of the Florida legislature dropping the ball in the middle of a crisis? Well, today we're going to cover what crisis we're talking about, what you can do if you're moving to Florida, and what to know before you buy, what you can do as a current homeowner, and then finally we're going to answer the question, is Ron DeSantis and the rest of the Florida legislature dropping the ball? What crisis exactly am I referring to? Well, let me refresh your memory. Remember when he said this?
If you did have a major hurricane hit with a lot of citizens, property holders, it would not have enough to pay out.
Yes, of course, we're talking about the Florida homeowners insurance crisis. What is causing this Florida homeowners insurance crisis? Well, there are a few things. For starters, being that we live in a peninsula surrounded by water on three sides, it makes it one of the most beautiful states to live in. But it also makes us the most hurricane-prone state in the entire country.
Damn!
You combine this with over 1,300 miles of beautiful coastline and awesome properties that line almost the entire coast, and bam! You got a high-risk, high-reward possibility. Work hard, pay hard. Work hard, play hard, pay hard. Pay hard when we're talking about insurance.
What the hell did you just say?
There's also the matter of rising reinsurance costs nationwide. Yes, reinsurance, the insurance that insurance companies get for their insurance policies. Those are on the rise. And finally, there's the surge in fraudulent activity. Unfortunately, nearly 80% of the nation's insurance lawsuits over claims happen right here in the Sunshine State of Florida. You combine this with one-way attorney fees and assignment of benefits abuse, and you got a recipe for disaster.
What a mess.
These are some of the main factors that have led to companies going insolvent, other companies dropping policies and policyholders and just leaving the state, and others refusing to insure. All this has led to a pseudo-monopoly, which have driven costs up dramatically. If you have citizens, you know what I'm talking about.
Yep.
So what should you know before you buy? One thing to know is if the home was built prior to the new Florida building codes of 2001, the home is not built as strong as it can be. And so that means that there are going to be fewer options when shopping policies, probably making your rate a little higher. Another thing to consider is that if the home is concrete block, it's going to withstand wind much better than if it's a frame home. So that means there's less risk for the insurance companies to insure that home. What that will do is it will bring your premium down a little bit.
Makes sense.
And finally, the main thing that insurance companies are looking at are roofs. So if you have a shingle roof, they're going to insure that up to 10 to 15 years, given that the lifespan in Florida is considered 20 years. If you have a tile roof, they're going to give you 20 to 25 years. In some cases, maybe even 30. And your best bet is going to be a metal roof. Insurance companies love metal roofs. So if you need a roof, perhaps you might consider a metal roof. Location is also important. If you're on the coastline, of course, your insurance premium is going to be a little bit higher. If you're 5 miles inland, your prices will start to come down. So that's what you can do if you're shopping for a home in Florida. But what about current homeowners? Is there anything you can do?
I want to know. I want to know.
Well, there actually is hurricane shutters and hurricane windows, basically making your entire home hurricane safe. It saves you about 20 to 30% on your typical premium. Keep in mind that in order to get that savings, every little opening has to be hurricane proof. Every window, every door, the little window on the garage, the side door of the garage, the little tiny window in your front door, every single opening has to be considered hurricane proof. And of course, it keeps you and your home safer. There's also something that you can do called the wind mitigation inspection. This is generally only $100 or $200 and can help you identify things to get you a discount. For example, your roof might be attached with 2 nails, and getting a 3rd nail would get you a discount. And finally, there are surplus lines. Your typical admitted carrier is covered by FICA, which means the government will step in to pay the claims if the company goes insolvent. Your surplus lines, those are non-admitted carriers, which means the government will not step in to pay claims if they go insolvent These do tend to be huge carriers with billions of dollars, so that's not likely to happen. Just another option that you can exercise as a current homeowner. Is Ron DeSantis and the rest of the Florida legislature doing anything about this? So finally, something is actually being done about this. And it starts with Senate Bill 2A. Senate Bill 2A helps in a few different ways. For one, it removes the one-way attorney fees for property insurance. These actually require the insurance company to pay the attorney fees of policyholders who successfully sue over claims, while simultaneously shielding policyholders from paying the insurance company fees when they lose. What this bill changes is that now each party is responsible for their own fees. The bill also keeps insurance companies accountable by having them respond in a reasonable time frame to a claim and send out adjusters in a reasonable time frame. They can't just sit on a claim for months anymore. And finally, the ability to assign benefits has been removed. What was happening is that people would assign those benefits to whatever contractor or roofer or builder they wanted, and of course, that would drive up prices. These are some of the major changes of SB 2A that will help drive costs down for home insurance premiums. So now I hope you understand what this mini crisis is. If you're considering moving to Florida, should this challenge stop you from moving to one of the most beautiful states in the land? Absolutely not. If you're buying your first or your next home here in beautiful South Florida, buy smart. Buy 2001 and up if you can. Buy a concrete block home if you can. Buy a new or newer roof if you can. And of course, a new build if you're able to. This is going to give you the best option for your home insurance premium. If you're currently a homeowner, take advantage of some of the things that you can do, like a wind mitigation inspection, or perhaps hurricane-proofing your home with hurricane-proof windows and shutters. And finally, you can shop all policies, perhaps even surplus policies. At the end of the day, while this has taken a lot longer than expected and has been going on for years now, something is finally being done about it. So hang in there, because there's relief right around the corner. In fact, just yesterday, we had a new insurance company open up insurance in the state. So yes, things are getting better. And are Ron DeSantis and the legislature dropping the ball? Well, it seems that finally something is being done. So it's, as they say, better late than never. Thank you so much for joining me on this video today. I hope you found it informative. I hope I answered some of your questions. Please like, share, and subscribe. And if you have any questions at all about what life is like here in sunny South Florida, or if you're thinking about buying a first, second, or third home here in sunny South Florida, don't hesitate to reach out to me. Me and my team will be happy to help you.